Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here at Esther 5D Energy. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your thumbs up and your support. I truly appreciate it. I'm going to go into channel now and see what the guides have to say. This vessel steps back, and we step forward once again as the representatives in a consortium, the Venusians from Venus. We connect with you in this way specifically for a springtime message. For in this northern hemisphere of your Earth plane, there are many celebrations going on to initiate spring and abundance. Our planet was about abundance. Our planet was about existing in abundance of love, in abundance of variety, very much like your Earth plane in some ways. And that is why, intrinsically, through your history, many generations would celebrate Venus during the springtime, time of procreation of animals and humans, of existence here, of plants that would allow you to eat food and survive here. And there was a celebration and an honoring of it, a cycle that was honored time and again. Our planet was about abundance, and that is the frequency that we bring to you. It is love. It is the love of creation. But it is also about abundance, about not being in survival mode, but enjoying and celebrating all that you have around you. And some of you, we would say many humans, the trajectory has not always felt that way in the third dimensional reality, has it? There's been a repetition that gained much momentum, that you were sort of chasing after the dream, that you weren't living the dream, that you were always chasing after it, looking for it, seeking more consumption in some way, whether it be for food or monetary gain, as society set up certain limitations in the way that you provided for yourself and sort of, we would say, steered you in certain ways of working and being to allow you to experience a certain type of trajectory in your planet, which required much work or skill level in certain fields of existence here. It wasn't necessarily always a free-flowing market, as we would call it. It wasn't always open to everyone, was it? It still isn't. It's still taking time to shift into that reality. We would like you to know that that is shifting in your reality greatly on an individual basis. It is picking up momentum. The new humans coming in aren't going to feel the pressure to conform as much. We want you to know this. This energy that's flowing in will make it easier for you, if you have been in this way, to think outside the box a bit, to shift your perspective, your viewpoint on how you look at your life. You may feel repetitiveness there, even a frustration as your awakening happens and you go into higher frequency. And we would ask that you look at your repetitiveness and see it as a way of knowing that sometimes when you repeat something, you get better at it. Can you shift your perspective into that way of thinking? That repetitiveness isn't always bad. For survival mode is difficult. And to get out of that, it really does require you to shift your viewpoint in many different ways, some different directions. Each one of you will know what is right for you in that way. It may be starting something new in your life and helping you perhaps not focus on that so much. Perhaps start to feel more grateful for the little things that you have so that you can expand and shift your reality in that way. For the shared reality of the earth plane of existence as a whole is not really as fixed as what it would seem. As individuals, you have more freedom than you think you do, than you've been told you do. We would like you to relax into that for a moment. You have more freedom than you've been told you do. Shift your reality into freedom. Freedom to have abundance in your life. Freedom to enjoy abundance without guilt. And know that by you living in this way, you are helping others around you. You are shifting the reality for many that you are connected to that you may not realize. For this is an advanced energy that you're dealing with. You are an advanced energy living through this human form. And the idea of abundance has been given in a certain viewpoint that there is only certain ways to be abundant or feel abundant. And we would like you to experiment with this. Abundance on all levels, you see. And if you're experiencing repetitiveness, it may be shutting down that feeling of abundance or freedom, space in your life. How can you shift your viewpoint there? Just know that there is an idea that in your world that says, practice makes perfect, okay? And we would say that nothing is ever really perfect, but it gets to the point where you're satisfied with it. And so some of your repetitiveness can be shifted in a way that perhaps you could slow it down a bit without the frustration and say, how can I improve this? I feel like my life is very much repetitive. Look at those things that are repeating. Narrow it down during the day to the very even small things. How can I shift this so that I enjoy it more? Can I change an ingredient in my food that I make the same thing every day for myself to eat? Can I shift that in a small way to make it a little more interesting for myself? Can I shift my workplace environment, the way I sit? Perhaps make myself more comfortable in my office. How can I look around and see how others are shifting their reality to make themselves more comfortable? Can I get ideas from that? Can I engage a little bit more with that repetitiveness I'm feeling to ask for help on some of the things that I don't want to keep repeating so that it feels a little different when I do them? Would you be open to that? Be open to receive. In gaining abundance, it is about receiving. It is very much about feeling worthy to receive abundance. And many of you don't even realize in a subconscious way, you don't even feel worthy when you receive abundance. You oftentimes try to think about something else, or I don't deserve that, or, well, let's not make a habit of thinking this is going to happen all the time. You see, you sort of talk yourself out of it a bit. And we would like that inner conversation to shift a bit to, thank you, I love this. Bring me more of it. In these ways, by your thoughts, your emotions, and your feelings, you begin to create a different reality for yourself on an individual basis. It really doesn't matter what other people are doing anymore. It really doesn't matter what other people are doing anymore. This is about your reality, your creation, and you enjoying it. And yes, you can share with others, and that feels very good. Can lift your frequency when you share. You could share your abundance in that way, even in small ways, to sort of break the cycle of repetitiveness a bit. That would feel good. And in this Northern Hemisphere, this springtime, this celebration, it is a good time to consider all of these ways of changing to make it easier for you to navigate here so that you feel abundant in every way, in every aspect. For the Venus energy is not just about love in a romantic way, but the love of creation in a very open, free way. Relax into that. That is our message for you this week. Thank you for joining us for this transmission of love and abundance. Namaste. Thank you. And have a good week.